Synthesizer plugins played a big role in industrial music. Today we'll explore the synth plugins that shaped industrial music. In '96, Native Instruments released Generator, a modular synthesizer for PC. 3 years later, they released Reaktor 2.0, aka Generator 2.0. And you guessed it, Reaktor 2.0 became the plugin we all love today, Reaktor. What's cool with Reaktor is that you can be very, very creative. You can basically build custom synths, effects, and sound design tools. Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails has always been a big fan of Native Instruments products.
If not every song, almost every song, was me just with headphones on, working in Machine as a compositional environment. And I found that to be fun. And I like the limitation of everything was in there. And I like the fact that it could be easily automated with fingers on knobs and you didn't have to spend time assigning stuff.
Also, according to this 2005 interview with Native Instruments, he was using a lot Reaktor during the recording of With Teeth, one of their most successful albums. Although it's not my favorite, the production is insane. For a large portion of what we did, we treated Reaktor like a guitar pedal, like the ultimate distortion box. Instead of having an array of pedals on the floor, a lot of the pedals became virtual in Reaktor. We went out of Reaktor into the amp head for most of the record. Mick Gordon also used Reaktor to compose the Doom 2016 soundtrack, which is probably the most industrial shit to ever come out. Three Teeth also used Reaktor on the track Dust. Omnisphere is the flagship synthesizer of Spectrasonics. The first version of Omnisphere came out in 2008. Wow, 2008. I feel so old right now. In 2015, they released its first big update, bringing new patches, new sound sources, new interface, and also new FXs. I might be wrong, but I think that after Xfer Serum, it's the most used VST plugin right now. It can pretty much do it all. From granular synthesis to like old school analog sounds, it's a must-have for any industrial artist. It was used by Charlie Clouser, Junkie XL,
Spectrasonics, the Omnisphere. So for me, it has become a very, very important sound design tool.
Also Gary Newman. I mean, everybody's using it. Based on Assemblage 23's website, he used it to compose one of his, according to me, best album, called Bruise from 2012. Also, according to Chase Browner from Three Teeth, they used Omnisphere a lot on their 2017 record, Shutdown. Xavier's really good on Omnisphere. A lot of the stuff is Omnisphere. But to be honest, I think that the band that used the most Omnisphere, and still today they're using it, is Rammstein. I mean, on pretty much every record since the plugin came out. Let's have a look at some of my favorite sound that they used. I wasn't sure if I was gonna talk about Massive, but I had no choice really. Everybody used it. From Rammstein to Three Teeth, and even Reese Fulber from Frontline Assembly. Native Instruments Massive came out in 2006 and has pretty much always been associated with dubstep, thanks to Skrillex. But I think it is capable of much more than that. As stated in this interview with Chase Browner from Three Teeth, they used Massive on their track Divine Weapon as a layer for the guitars. You know, a trophy has that. A big bass that's distorted and takes up of the sides of the guitar. We kind of layer it, you know? And in Divine Weapon, we had, I think, used a patch in Massive. In 2019, Native Instruments released Massive X, but it didn't have the success of the OG Massive. In my opinion, they should have made like an update instead of releasing a brand new plugin with a new name. Let me know what you think they should have done. The successor to the award-winning FM7, Native Instruments FM8 came out in 2007. It's a powerful software FM synthesizer. It took FM synthesis to new heights, even though it's still pretty complex. FM8 took FM synthesis and made it more accessible. Despite his age, FM8 still sounds pretty good. According to his Bandcamp page, Disasterpiece made a complete soundtrack using FM8. Technically, he is not an industrial artist, but I love his work, I love what he's doing. Let me show you a couple seconds. This proves that you don't need 1,000 plugins to make an album. In the comment section of this video, Mick Gordon answers questions, and one of his replies to a question regarding the gear he uses, he mentioned, as for synths in general, in the box it's only Serum, FM8 or Citrus, and occasionally Harmer. Rammstein also used Native Instruments FM8 on a lot of tracks. From singles like Mindland to actual record like this one,
Liebe ist für alle da,
or Rammstein. Let's hear some of them. What would be a video about synth plugins without Serum? This is the most used synth plugin of all time. In 2014, Steve Duda programmed, created, and released Serum. If you're into industrial or any type of dark music, heavy music, this is the synth you need. There's thousands of tutorials online, also presets. You know where to find the best ones. By the way, fun fact, Steve Duda worked with Nine Inch Nails and also Rob Zombie. So yeah, I like to think that there's a bit of industrial into Serum. And if you don't own it, I mean, what are you waiting for? And by the way, this is not sponsored at all. In an interview with PremiumBeat.com, Charlie Clauser stated that it's one of the best sounding digital hybrid wavetable synth out there. And on top of that, Steve even said, Serum would not exist without Charlie. He's been more influential than anyone on me in music, I think. There's also The Algorithm, great band and producer, by the way, that is using Serum, as you can see in this story. #we. And of course, the GOAT himself, Mick Gordon, used it on the Doom 2016 soundtrack. Props if you tell me what song this is. If I had to go with one plugin for the rest of my life, this would be it. Love you guys. Don't forget to check out my website. Thanks for watching. Stay industrial. Ciao.